Hook, opening line. Everybody wants a better job, a bigger house, and a brighter future. But let me ask you this. How can your world get better if you don't get better yourself? The truth is, your income, your influence, your impact, they will only grow to the level that you grow. And if you'll work harder on yourself than you do on your problems, my friend, there's no limit to how high you can climb. Let me tell you something, friend. The best stock market in the world is not on Wall Street, it's right inside of you. Every dollar you spend on your growth, every hour you pour into learning, every ounce of energy you commit to becoming better, it all pays compound interest. Think about it. You polish your car, you upgrade your phone, you maintain your house, but how much time are you investing in the one asset that drives it all? Yourself. Here's the reality. Your job can change, your circumstances can shift, your possessions can disappear, but the person you become, that goes with you everywhere. That's why the smartest move you'll ever make is not chasing quick money, not waiting for lucky breaks. It's investing in your mind, your attitude, your skills, and your faith. Because when you get better, everything around you gets better. Your relationships grow, your opportunities multiply, and your income rises. Why? Because the world rewards value, and you can't give value until you build it inside yourself. So don't wait for someone else to come and lift you up. Don't gamble your future on chance. Bet on yourself, because that's the one investment that will never fail. Now listen closely, because this right here could change the entire course of your life. You will never rise higher on the outside than the picture you hold on the inside. If deep down you see yourself as average, you'll act average, you'll talk average, and life will hand you average results. But when you see yourself as a person of worth, of value, of potential, you start walking different, talking different, and opportunities start to chase you. It's like a thermostat in your home. You can heat the room or cool it down, but eventually the thermostat pulls it back to the set temperature. Your self-image works the same way. You can have a burst of success, land a great deal, or meet the right people, but if you don't believe you deserve it, your self-image will drag you right back down. But here's the good news, friend. You control that thermostat. You can reset it by what you read, by the people you spend time with, by the words you speak to yourself every single day. Build a stronger picture inside and watch your outside world transform to match it. So if you want more success, don't just chase new goals. Start by upgrading the picture you hold of you, because when your self-image grows, your success has no choice but to grow with it. Discipline, my friend, is the bridge between the person you are and the person you're destined to become. Success is never built in a single day. It's built daily, brick by brick, choice by choice, habit by habit. Character doesn't reveal itself when everything is easy. It shows up when everything is hard. Discipline is what gives you the strength to do what's right, even when it's not convenient, even when nobody's watching, even when every excuse in the world is screaming at you to quit. Think about the athlete who gets up before the sun, the business leader who studies long after others go to bed, the parent who works 2 jobs but still comes home and spends time building their children's future. What do they all have in common? Discipline. And that discipline shapes their character into something unshakable, unbreakable, unstoppable. The truth is, you don't get in life what you wish for, you get what you work for. And discipline is the difference between wishing and winning. So every time you choose consistency over comfort, every time you choose effort over excuse, every time you choose progress over procrastination, you're not just building success, you're building you. And once you've built that kind of character, no challenge, no failure, no setback can hold you down. Your mind is the most fertile ground on this earth, and here's the deal. It doesn't care what you plant. You can sow seeds of doubt, fear, gossip, and negativity, or you can plant seeds of vision, faith, confidence, and hope. Whatever you plant, it will grow, because your mind doesn't argue, it just produces. If all day long you fill yourself with junk, negative news, toxic voices, small-minded conversations, you'll never harvest greatness. That's like throwing weeds in your own garden and then wondering why the fruit won't grow. But if you make the choice to feed your mind with the right material, books that stretch your thinking, mentors who lift your standards, conversations that inspire you, suddenly your mind becomes a powerhouse. Your ideas get sharper, your confidence gets stronger, and your future gets brighter. Friend, you can't run a championship race on rotten fuel. The input determines the output. If you want success, you must fill your mind with success. If you want faith, feed yourself faith. truth. If you want victory, surround yourself with victory. The truth is simple. You cannot live a positive life with a negative mind. So guard what you allow in, because what you put in is exactly what will come out. Attitude is the pilot of your life. It's the control tower that determines how high you fly, how fast you climb, and how smooth you land. You can have all the skills, all the education, all the opportunities in the world, but if your attitude is poisoned with doubt, fear, and negativity, you'll sabotage yourself before you ever take off. On the other hand, you can face storms, setbacks, and struggles, but if your attitude is strong, you'll find a way to soar above them. Two people can walk into the same problem. One says, "This is impossible," and quits. The other says, "This is a challenge, but I will find a way," and wins. The difference is not the size of the problem, it's the size of their attitude. Attitude is a choice, not a condition. The weather doesn't decide it, the economy doesn't decide it, your past doesn't decide it. You decide it. And when you choose to see problems as possibilities, failures as feedback, and obstacles as opportunities, you turn life's turbulence into fuel for your flight. So if you want to climb higher in your career, your relationships, your health, your dreams, check your attitude. Because your altitude in life will never rise higher than the attitude you carry inside. Excuses are nothing but exit signs on the highway to success. Every time you make one, you pull off the road and park your future. Here's the truth. The moment you stop blaming the economy, your boss, your past, your parents, or your circumstances, and you take full responsibility for your life, that's the moment you step into real power. Because responsibility is not a burden, it's freedom. When you own it, you control it. Think about it. Excuses sound good, but they don't change anything. You can't deposit them in the bank. You can't build a dream on them, and you can't hand them to your children as a legacy. Excuses may make you feel comfortable in the moment, but they steal your destiny in the long run. Winners don't wait for conditions to be perfect. They decide, if it's going to be, it's up to me. They understand that responsibility is the gateway to growth. When you own your choices, you own your results. So stop pointing fingers. Stop looking for reasons why it can't be done. Take responsibility, take charge, take action, because the day you stop making excuses is the day you start making progress. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. You cannot fly like an eagle if you're scratching around with turkeys. Your environment is shaping you every single day. Spend time with complainers, you'll start to complain. Spend time with dreamers, you'll start to dream. Spend time with doers, you'll start to do. Energy is contagious, so is attitude, so is vision. That's why it matters who you let close to your heart and mind. Winners surround themselves with people who challenge them, not people who chain them. They spend time with those who inspire them to reach higher, not those who drag them back down to average. When you walk with the wise, you grow wiser. When you run with the strong, you grow stronger. If you want to play at the championship level, you can't stay on the little league field. You need to be around people who push you, sharpen you, and believe in the greatness that's inside you. So take a hard look at your circle. Who's lifting you higher? Who's pulling you lower? And here's the key. Don't be afraid to... Faith is the spark that turns your potential into power. It's the engine that drives you forward when the road looks dark, when the climb feels steep, when the finish line seems out of sight. You see, faith is more than belief. It's action rooted in confidence. It's standing tall when fear tells you to sit down. It's moving forward when doubt whispers, "You can't." Faith is what gives you the courage to plant seeds today, knowing the harvest will come tomorrow. Without faith, you shrink at challenges. With faith, you rise above them. Without faith, every obstacle looks like a wall. With faith, that wall becomes a stepping stone. Faith doesn't mean the storm won't come. It means you believe you can sail through it and reach the other side. Growth always requires risk, and risk always requires faith. You won't start the business, change the habit, or chase the dream without it. But once you choose to believe in God's plan, believe in the gift He put inside you, believe that your best days are still ahead, you unlock a strength that fear can't break and failure can't steal. So here's the truth. Talent will get you started. Discipline will keep you going. But faith is what carries you higher than you ever thought possible. If you want real growth, fuel it with faith and watch your life multiply. Dreams are powerful, but dreams without action are just fantasy. policies. You can read every book, attend every seminar, and plan until the cows come home, but nothing changes until you move. Action is the great separator. It's the difference between the talkers and the achievers, the wishers and the winners. The world doesn't pay you for what you know. It pays you for what you do with what you know. Think about it. Water sitting still becomes stagnant. But when it flows, it brings life. It carves valleys. It moves mountains. Your life works the same way. Action gets momentum rolling, and momentum creates transformation. You'll never think your way into confidence. You act your way into confidence. You'll never hope your way into success. You work your way into success. And every small step you take builds muscle, courage, and belief that you can take the next one. Stop waiting for perfect timing. It doesn't exist. Stop waiting for fear to disappear. It won't. Transformation doesn't happen when the stars line up. It happens when you decide to take bold steps in spite of the fear, because action is not just movement. It's the proof of your belief. And once you move, doors open, opportunities appear, and life responds to your courage. Too many people never start because they're waiting to be perfect. Let me tell you the truth. You'll never be perfect, but you can always be better. Perfection is a trap. It paralyzes you. It whispers, don't try until you can do it flawlessly. And while you're sitting there waiting, life is passing you by. Progress, on the other hand, is powerful. Every step forward, no matter how small, is proof that you're growing, proof that you're moving, proof that you're not the same person you were yesterday. Think about a child learning to walk. They stumble, they fall, they wobble, but every step is a victory. Nobody scolds them for not being perfect. Instead, we cheer them on because we see the progress. That's exactly how you need to treat yourself on the journey of growth. If you lost 1 pound, celebrate it. If you saved your first $100, celebrate it. If you pushed through fear and took action, celebrate it. Because when you celebrate progress, you fuel momentum, and momentum is what carries you to the finish line. Perfection focuses on what's missing. Progress focuses on how far you've come. One keeps you frustrated, the other keeps you fired up. So stop demanding perfection and start recognizing your victories. Small wins create big wins, and big wins create transformation.